Hey guys, it's Charlie, and in today's video, we'll be answering the question, how do you pay your international contractors and employees? These days, it's becoming more and more common for people to actually hire overseas. They find that there's a lot of really great talent out there, and if you hire in certain countries, such as Indonesia, Philippines, India, Argentina, wherever, there can be some huge cost savings for your payroll, right? So if you want to save like 70, 80, 90% on your payroll, what I recommend doing is hire internationally, find talent overseas, and this can be a big game changer for your business. If you guys do want some help finding international talent, we are really good at it. We'll leave a link to our website down below and you guys can check that out. And yeah, feel free to submit the form if you want to talk to us. So when it comes to paying your international talent, the first thing I'll say is that you'll want to make sure that they are classified properly, meaning are they a contractor or are they an employee? Ensure that you are hiring compliantly. However, for most people, I do recommend hiring people as contractors. This saves you a lot of headache, and it's what I do for everyone on my team. You'll want to have some sort of contract when it comes to paying your talent. This will show how much you're paying them, how often you're paying them. So this can be monthly, it can be semi-monthly, it could be every 2 weeks, every week, whatever you want. You may need certain tax documents from your talent, and you'll want to have them sign a contractor agreement or some type of employee agreement. You also may want to have an NDA if that is necessary for your type of business, or even a non-compete. Those are very tough to actually enforce, especially overseas, but it's something that you may want to have. In terms of how you can actually pay your contractors, there are quite a few options out there. I pretty much use them all, and the one that I've decided is the best is by far Deel.com. So they're not sponsoring this video, but if you guys do use our link down below, you can actually get a discount on your Deel account. This is exclusive only to our audience and clients, so we are really excited to share that. But yeah, besides Deel, there's Wise.com. You can pay using PayPal. You can use Bill.com. You guys can even do direct bank transfer maybe. It depends on the country. But yeah, when it comes to an all-in-one solution for global payroll, what we recommend is using Deel. They basically handle all the contracts and legal stuff, and it makes paying your team really easy. So I have their website pulled up right here. I recommend checking them out and learning more about what they can do. But yeah, essentially you can hire employees, you can hire contractors. They're essentially an all-in-one HR platform, and they also take care of all the different contracts so that you don't need to provide your own contracts. They have professionals that have written up these contracts that are compliant with pretty much every country in the world. So no matter where you guys are hiring, they're going to have the appropriate contracts for you. And yeah, essentially what we do is we pay our team semi-monthly. So every about 2 weeks, I'll go in, approve all the invoicing, and then just click submit. It'll pull USD from our account and then pay them in the respective currencies. So this is what the dashboard for Deel looks like. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to come here to add people, and you'll select if you're paying an employee or a contractor. Now, like I said earlier, this Deel works for both international as well as domestic hires. So you can use them to pay your US team or wherever you are. But for this video, let's say we're doing a contractor that's overseas. We'll click on this. It's going to have us select what type of agreement we are creating. So is it going to be a fixed rate where it's X dollars per month, X dollars semi-monthly, whatever it is. You guys can do pay-as-you-go contracts, which require timesheets or work submissions, or you can do milestone payments. This is probably a bit more rare. And yeah, for most of our full-time people, we are using fixed rate, but for people that are hourly, you can use pay as you go. So for this video, we'll go with fixed rate. Now you'll select your entity. So we are under Paired Recruiting LLC. You're going to enter in the worker details. We'll enter in the first name, last name, and then the email address. After that, we'll enter in the contract details. So we'll enter the contract name. After that, you can select the role. This is an optional step. So let's say we are hiring an accountant. We'll select the seniority level. So this is also not necessary, but let's just say mid. And then we'll enter in the scope of work. And then you'll select the contract start date. After that, you can enter in information for the department, the direct manager, the direct report. As you guys can see, this is really great software or platform. If you have a big team that you want to pay, because you can really create like the whole HR system on Deel. And then next you'll enter in the residence details. So what I like to just do is go with the other so that they can submit that, and we'll click next. Now you'll select your payment rate. So if you want to pay in USD, you guys can certainly do that. You can also pay in other currencies if you want. What we'll do is we'll just say USD for now. Payment frequency, we can say semi-monthly. You guys can change the invoice settings right here. Basically when the invoice is due and when payment is due. We'll go with 15th and last day of the month, and then payment due same day. Then we'll click next, review all this information. This will basically calculate the first payment amount. You guys can change this, of course, to full amount or custom amount. You guys can create an end date if you want as well, and click next. I do recommend keeping this checked because it's going to require them to upload any compliance documents. We always use the Deel contract because that's what's really great about using Deel. They handle all the contracts that are pre-written. You can add protection if you want. I don't really do that. We'll click next. You can also add a background check and also add on certain things like a co-working space membership or additional documents. You may also want to add a special clause, but if not, we'll just click create contract, and bam, you're going to sign right here. You'll invite the contractor, they will sign it on their end, and then bam, you'll have onboard your contractor. So that's basically how we actually send money to our contractors. The way that you actually pay your contractors, whether it's a fixed rate, whether it's hourly, that's really up to you guys, and you're going to want to see what works well for your organization as well as the job type. If your team is overseas and you don't have anyone that's really holding them accountable, one software you guys can use to really make sure they are clocking in and all that stuff is Hubstaff. It's basically an application that they install on their computer. Every time they work, they go ahead and start, and then that app can basically track their activity, the apps they're using, and you can also make it take screenshots every X minutes. Of course, it's all customizable, so you can really change how in-depth that software is, but that is a good way to hold your team accountable if you don't have anyone overseas actively managing them. If you are hiring internationally, it's very important that you guys know the customary traditions for paying your workers. For example, in the Philippines as well as China and some other countries, it's very customary for during December to pay them 13th month payment. So essentially that's another month of salary, sort of like a bonus. So depending on what country you are hiring in, look up what's customary there. And of course, talk to your talent about it, right? Open communication is really important. When it comes to payment and all this important stuff, it's very important that you guys talk with your team members. But yeah, we've had great success hiring overseas. My other businesses have been running really smoothly with overseas talent. And so it definitely is something that has completely changed my life. And I really think that if you are a business owner in the States or wherever you are, it's very, very good to hire overseas. It will completely change the trajectory of your business. It will reduce your payroll costs and allow your business to actually grow really fast. Yeah, that's how we pay international contractors. That's how we recommend you guys pay international contractors as well. Again, the link to Deel is going to be down below. And yeah, hopefully you guys got some good information from this video. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to contact us using the comments down below, or you guys can submit a request on our website. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.